All right, welcome y'all. I wanted to talk about gaslighting and a really common question that you'll hear from somebody who's gaslighting you. Now remember, this is always in context. Could you hear this question that's legit in other contexts? Certainly you could. So this is always in context with the fact that you're dealing with somebody who's manipulative, envious, secretive, all some of these traits that we're seeing in narcissism, whether it's grandiose or vulnerable, although the traits I mentioned are probably more so for vulnerable. And so the question would be, why are you so angry? Okay. Remember, when dealing with somebody high on the narcissism spectrum, they're making you angry through their manipulation, their lies, their taunting, and so forth. It's human to get angry, to be angry. And then what they love to do is to get you angry. That's that narcissistic supply that you hear about. And then they take the seat of either victim or rescuer. So as you see here, I've listed Cartman Drama Triangle. It's a good model for understanding narcissism and the games that they play. They'll persecute through manipulation, through lies, all these types of things that you're aware of. And then as soon as you have a normal human reaction to that, and they love that. I'm not even sure it's conscious, but like if you were to raise your voice or to cuss or to break something or slam your hand on a cabinet or whatever, it's almost as if they're storing that to use against you. So be aware of that. That's why there's videos out on Gray Rock, is you just want to be practically emotionless with these folks and give them nothing. You know, if you have to be in their presence, which I'm hoping none of y'all do, that we can all find ways to get away and not be associated with narcissists. And this is tough stuff, folks. I'm talking about not being around perhaps family members, partners, siblings, friends, or folks that were friends. It's about you bossing up and owning your light and owning your right to not live in a narcissistic environment. But there will be times when you've got to put up with that stuff, unfortunately. So Gray Rock, you don't give these folks anything. In fact, I wouldn't even try not to make contact with them. I mean, they're good. First of all, they're great at lying. They're not going to show the physical signs of lying that you would. They're not going to blush, sweat, shake, eyes darting around or what have you. That just doesn't happen. Which leads me to believe that there's some wiring, there's some neurochemistry abnormality here involved with folks that are high on the narcissism spectrum. But own your power, but just make sure that you're not flying off the handle. But if you do get angry, man, that's your right. That's your right, okay? And don't blame yourself, okay? But they use that as supply, okay? They're going to persecute, and then play the victim. But the other thing that's helpful for me when thinking about folks that are on narcissism is just low vibration. I'm sorry, folks, in psychology today, we've got to start talking about energy. And we've got to start using some of this when we talk about chakras and energy and meridian. And people that are high on the narcissism spectrum, it's low vibration. They're operating from these first three lower kind of chakras, if you will. It's all about getting all the sex they can, getting all the money and material and, all that stuff that they can to try to feel better about themselves, to try to feel secure. And they're drawn to people that are of higher vibration. Okay, so folks in the behavioral health profession count on folks that are on the narcissism spectrum to be attracted to you. Okay, they want your higher vibration, your light. And you can be a sucker for it. Don't blame yourself. You can be a sucker for that. We all can. So just understand, if you hear that word, why are you so angry? That is, man, that is a gaslighting technique. And remember, I didn't say this, but gaslighting is to make you question your judgment, your reality, your version of truth. They're wanting you to question that, okay, so that they can have control over you. They can manipulate you. They want you to be controlled. And hopefully these videos, and there's a lot of other great videos on narcissism and gaslighting out there, are helping to educate, because education is the best defense. And also, there's no need to, exact revenge in any kind of way. Please don't do that, because rotten fruit falls on its own. That's not my quote. I read it recently. Rotten fruit falls on its own. Just disengage your energy, gray rock. But pay attention to that question. When you hear that, just let it, in context, let it put your guard up. Like, ooh, who am I dealing with here? All right, more videos to come. Talk to you soon. See ya.